with our first Mariners post-game of the year. Say what's up, Jack.
Hey, what's going on?
And the M's won. Finally, we're doing a post-game for the game that we won. We just want to give some quick thoughts tonight. Great, resilient performance by the boys. And, yeah. First reaction, Dylan Moore, shout out to him. Another solid game in left field. Had that 3-run homer. Put us ahead. Absolutely clutch. Shout out to Kyle Lewis for continuing to be just an absolute ball player. Even in the ninth inning, he was terrorizing him on the base paths. He was just being a competitor, and he was just destroying the Angels. You know, wouldn't you say so, Jack?
Oh, for sure, yeah. And I definitely think that if he keeps this up, I mean, I know it was only the sixth game of the season, but I think if he can keep this up, you could be talking about potential Rookie of the Year.
Knock on wood, but you heard it here first. Anyway, Kyle Lewis in that ninth inning, you could tell he just wanted the run, and you could tell he was going to get it. He was just like the person on the field who cared the most about the game, and like he tried to steal, and then it was a foul, and then like 2 pitches later it was a pass ball. Then then eventually him and Steele. How did him and Siegs make it to third? Was that another pass ball?
Yeah.
So 2 pass balls. See, he was just like not with his speed, obviously, just like playing with them, just being competitive out there, and it was just what you love to watch. Just makes me proud to wear this S on my head. So thanks to Kyle Lewis for making the Mariners fun to watch and root for. Again, shout out to our Florida boys. Malix didn't get in the game, unfortunately. Malix and Vogie both didn't get into the game, unfortunately. D had a nice night. He had a run scored, right? Did he have 2 runs scored?
Yeah.
2 runs scored and a couple hits. Good fielding at second and in left. Shout out to D. I think he's the veteran leader on this team, and I'm ecstatic with that. I think he's the perfect veteran leader for this team, for a swaggy young team. Jack, you got any more positives for us? Oh, Marmolejos, by the way, he's a Florida boy, South Broward County, so he's definitely a Florida boy. Unfortunately, I don't think he registered a hit tonight.
He did not get a hit, no.
He didn't get a hit tonight, and that's too bad. We're hoping that he does better. But Marmolejos has really been struggling. Other than that, I've only got positives from that side. Also, Justin Dunn got pulled in the 4th inning after 65 pitches, which I was really upset about Chef getting pulled yesterday in a similar situation. It's because somebody just mentioned in my fantasy baseball group chat, since teams have bigger bullpens these days, they're thinking that they should just let the starters go less. I think this is just resulting in worse pitching throughout the game. I think there's a sweet spot that hasn't been found yet, and I think we're gonna see somebody figure it out soon. And I don't know.
Yeah, and also don't forget that they're gonna be downsizing the roster to 28, I believe, next week.
Next week, right? So.
And then 2 weeks after that, it's gonna be 26.
Right, so we're downsizing. We're short. I think Marmolejos has got to go, and if I'm taking 2 guys off the roster, it's Marmolejos and it's Nestor Cortez.
Yeah.
Those are my 2. Who are your 2? If you had to pick 2 off the top of your head.
Well, it's probably, depending on when Tom Murphy's going to be back, it's probably going to be one of the catchers.
Yeah, I mean, I'd agree with that as well. Isn't he out for a while?
I mean, I heard 2 to 3 weeks, but.
All right. Well, I'll tell you what. Tomorrow, we're gonna do pregame tomorrow again. We're gonna start trying to do pregame and postgame. But tomorrow pregame we'll update you guys on Tom Murphy's health, and we'll start looking on the Twitterverse for that.
But yeah, I mean, and also tomorrow it should be a really good matchup. We're gonna go for it's the rubber game in the series, and Marco Gonzalez against Dylan Bundy.
Hey, 2 young pitchers with a lot to prove this year. It should be a good game tomorrow. I'm glad we showed out on national television tonight. We looked resilient tonight, and I'm proud. I'm proud of the team I just watched. Here's one more thing I need to mention. so I was watching ESPN early as we went, and then we up until like the fourth inning. Then I walked downstairs from my room to watch with my mom, and she had Root Sports on just from the night before. So as soon as I started watching on Root Sports, we got our second, third, fourth runs real quick, and fifth. We just started piling on the runs basically. Wait, what was the score progression of this game like, Jack? I'm forgetting. It was 4-1, right? And then it was 4-2.
It was 4. Yeah, it was 4-1.
4-2.
And then we took the lead in the sixth inning.
But wasn't it was 4-1? Then we scored one run to make it 4-2, right?
No, it was 4-1 after the fifth inning, and then we scored 5 runs in the sixth.
No, yeah. That's what I'm talking about. That's when I went downstairs.
Yeah.
So I forget who scored all here. I'm gonna go open up the app and just run through who scored these. Give shout outs to the guys who scored all these runs. So it started out Tim Lopes. No. Seager singled to start the scoring. That's what it was. Seager singled to start the scoring. And then Crawford scored. Kyle Lewis to third. Then Tim Lope. Then it was 2-4. So that was 4-2. Then it was 4-3 once Tim Lopes doubled on the next. This was right when Mike Mayers got put in the game. We ruined Mike Mayers today. That dude's fate. And then then Tim Lopes doubles on to center, and Kyle Lewis scores. Seager to third. Then Dylan Moore hit a 2-run homer. At that point, it's 6-4, and if you look at Mike Mayer's face after that, if you guys were watching, you know what I'm talking about. It was hilarious. Dude was destroyed. And from that point on, it was kind of our game. 6-4. Justin Upton homered. Then actually in the bottom of the sixth off Brian Shaw. Yeah, we put in Brian, and then Goodwin doubled and scored Jared Walsh and Jason Castro. Then we were losing 7-6 to the Angels. Then we had that. We loaded the bases for Kyle Lewis, remember, with no outs.
Then he got an RBI ground
that great start of the seventh. So look at that resiliency.
That was a great at bat, by the way. And I was actually watching on ESPN, and they had his brother, who was basically.
I saw this part. I saw that part because I walked into my room just for a second. I went up to grab my Kyle Lewis autograph when he was up, when that was happening, basically. When he went up with the bases loaded, my mom went to grab her lucky hat. I went to grab a Kyle Lewis autograph just to, like, hold my hand for good luck. And I saw that bit on ESPN about his brother. And that was cool.
He ended up having a very productive at-bat. It was a great at-bat.
Yeah, so he
produced an RBI ground out.
It was an at-bat that went on a couple pitches. And then I think he worked a count, and then he didn't quite make contact as he wanted. He grounded it out to the third baseman, but he hustled out to first base, and it tied the game. Runs scored, and that was that the winning run of the game? That was the tying run of the game. So the resiliency here to score 4 runs in the top of the sixth, let them score 3 runs and take the lead back in the bottom of the sixth, and then to come back out in the top of the seventh and do what we did.
Exactly.
I was proud to watch that.
And then to add on, insurance-wise, in the 8th inning with Dylan Moore's home run.
Right. So, well then, no, that was the 6th inning, right?
Oh yeah, and then we ended up getting those 2 runs in the 8th as well.
Yeah. So then the 7th, obviously, that Lewis at bat. Right after that, Seager hit the sac fly to Trout, and Crawford scored.
Yep.
And then in the top of the 8th, we made it back around to Crawford.
That was a great at bat.
Yeah, we made it all the way back around to Crawford. D. Gordon scored and Shed Long. So and then he had a 2 RBI single.
Yeah,
scored Gordon and Long.
That was a That was a great at bat. I remember watching
That now I'm remembering watching that, and he actually had a full count on that. Or no, he have a full count? Or I think it was.
He did have a full count.
It felt like that at bat went on forever though, because it was like, it was like 0-2, and then it was 1-2, and then it was 2-2, and then it was 3-2, and then he fouled I think 1 or 2, and then it was 3-2, and that was just an intense at bat. Me and my mom were just, on the edge of our seats. And I remember when he threw that right into the gap in center field, like we knew that we had just had something on offense going tonight,
Yep.
That just made me proud. It was just so satisfactory. And anyway, final score: Mariners 10, Angels 7. And we'll be back tomorrow with the pregame. Obviously, Brian Shaw gets the win, even though he allowed 3 runs, and Altavilla gets the save. Seager had should Seager be our player of the game? 3 ribbies.
I think I would give it to Seager. Yeah.
But I mean, I want to give it to Dylan Moore again because of that home run and the defense. I feel like he was their momentum guy tonight. So, yeah, you can go Seager, but I think I'm going to have to go Dylan Moore again because he hit the home run. And that was the highlight of the game for me.
Yeah.
Lewis is also worth a shout. I gave it to Dylan Moore yesterday. That was technically earlier today. He homered. I got to give it to him. He had a 3-run homer. That was the defining moment of the game. And yeah, with that being said, it's been a pleasure. Jack, you got anything you want to update him on before tomorrow's pregame?
Well, I think tomorrow is going to be a really important momentum booster because this is our last game of this beginning road trip of the year. So if we can win this game coming back to Seattle, I think we're going to get a lot of momentum going into the Oakland series. And Oakland started off pretty hot, so it'll be good to ride some momentum in from this if we end this road trip strong with a win.
Yeah, we really hate the A's over here, by the way. So A's haters, subscribe, like, comment, and get ready for a fun weekend of beating up on them. Yeah. Is that it, Jack?
Yeah, that's it. Tune in tomorrow.
Yeah, tune in tomorrow. We should be going, if there's games at 7:10 again, right?
6:40.
Oh, we got a 6. Dang, they're really switching up on us. Yeah, well, we don't know when we're going to go live. It could be 12, could be 3, but watch out for it. Stay subscribed, hit that notification bell so you see us when we go live, and peace.
Go Ams.
Go M's.